Someone wants to know, how do I report income from different sources like product sales and consulting services?
Okay. So for tax purposes, it's all the same. Doesn't make any difference. It's just gross revenue. For bookkeeping purposes and business operations purposes, yeah, you do want to keep those separate. So about your internal bookkeeping and reporting system is that you want to be able to look at your reports and then look at that and be able to gain information and make better decisions going forward. That's the entire purpose of the reports, which people are underappreciate, I think. So so if we have a service item and a product item, then you want to be able to look at those and say, okay, which one do I want to emphasize in my business? Which one is bringing in the most now? Which ones do I want to pay more attention to? Which one do I want to pay less attention to? So let's say you have a car repair shop, and okay, so you charge for labor and you charge for parts. And the parts, let's say you're doing cost plus 15 or something like that, and the labor you're just charging an hourly rate. And you get to look at that and you say, okay, let's say I have $10,000 in parts income, I have $10,000 in labor income, but I know that parts income is only 1,500 bucks worth of worth of real revenue after cost of goods. So where do I want to spend my time? Where do I want to emphasize? Looking at those things, if I have the capacity, it makes more sense to focus or double down on the service side of things because that has much higher margin than the so as far as like how you do that, it depends on what bookkeeping system you use. For our clients, we typically use QuickBooks Online for everything. And then the you want to have it broken down to the point where you can make actionable decisions. And if it's just numbers on a page, then who cares? Just on one, and it's just revenue. But if you're looking at your books and you are doing the analysis as an owner and manager, then you have to separate it to the degree where it makes sense to you. In fact, I was having a discussion with a client about this earlier, where she's using Stripe as a payment channel. So Stripe collects all these sales, and they're low ticket sales. So they're like $7, $2, $5, whatever. And then she gets a single deposit at the each day based on what came in the previous day. And so we were talking about, like, do you, in your reporting, do you want to see each individual sale for $7? Does that matter to you? Or do you just want to see the total that hits your bank account? And in her case, it was too much to look at each thing individually, so she'd rather do the batch number and just take the total for the day. And that's fine. And so it just depends on what you're trying to get out of your reporting system and what you want to do with it. Those decisions based on your particular business.
So really, it depends.
It depends. Yeah.